Hey, there we go. I had a great day, Julie. How was your day? That's what I was trying to say. Hey, there we go. I had a great day, Julie. How was your day? That's okay. Any holes in my jeans? No. Like I said, I only split the back of my pants. And that's still that look is still not really in vogue, if you will. That's still not hot from what I understand. So, um, I'll let you know on that. Yeah, yeah. We'll give it 10 seconds. we. Yeah. Okay, what is this? All right, there we go. All righty. Let's get it started. 37. That's enough for me. Hey, recording started. It is April 30th, 2019, and congratulations on a very successful day. This is a special message to anyone watching this, anyone in the Discord, anyone out there. The message is this. Today, everyone in the Discord will be kicked out, but not because I'm retiring. Retirement could come at any moment. The reason is we're going to clear the decks with regard to members who are lurking around in there, changing their names, and trying to get in on the freebs. And if you are a paying member of KSM, you will appreciate this mild inconvenience to ensure that we preserve what we've got going on. Okay, so after this broadcast, I'm going to send out the alert that says we're starting over. So if you want the Discord link, you remember where to get it. It's under My Mentors in WeTrade, and if it's been a long time, okay, you go here, you go to My Mentors, yes, and then you get mentorship chat for the link. People do it a lot, and a lot more than I would have, because I don't work hard enough. That's why That's why they do it. So we're just gonna press the reset button on that. So if you're wondering what's going on, there it is. Let's get into it. I don't want that. Let's get into the conversation about DAVC. We're going to talk about why it wasn't fake news, how to enter it, why. Why is this thing with a reverse split better than something else with a reverse split? All the things. That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to spend all day on it, but I think a lot of people were really struggling with it. Like, well, this is BS. There's so much fake news out there. There's so much this. There's so much that. I don't like. So we're gonna do the thought process. So thanks to Jen, we heard about news for a merger with Samsara. I don't care about that. And they were chosen as the motivating playoffs gift for the Golden State Warriors and launches global sales via Amazon shops worldwide. Now, if you knew me from, excuse me, I don't want that. If you knew me from way back when or recently, the test with news or filings or anything of that nature is the diaper baby. There's a baby on the street in a diaper selling lemonade, and you have to tell that baby why this is a good investment. And if the baby, let's contrast two pieces of news. And if the baby can understand the news, it's good. Okay? The worst news in history comes from a ticker called EHAV. They have the absolute worst news in the history of humankind. And to give you an example of how bad it is, EHAV announces launch of the next, hey, diaper baby, Danda. EHAV announces the launch of the next generation of the EHAV platform and EHAV Connect to facilitate rapid third-party content integration. Danda. Samsara Luggage intended to merge with publicly traded Darkstar Ventures, chosen as the motivating playoff gifts for the Golden State Warriors, and launches global sales via Amazon. Dada! Okay, did you note the difference in inflection in Diaper Baby's voice there? This hits all the right spots. Amazon, basketball, merger. I mean, just bing, 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 bing. And then of all the teams to pick, the most memed out, top, most exciting team, Steph Curry. And then the guy that they did a deal with is actually a legitimate player. Like, think about the OTC, like going to Chinatown, right? And you go into all the stores looking for toys, and you just find a knockoff of it, right? You just find knockoffs of good toys. You don't find Mega Man. You find Fun Man. You don't find Pokemon. You find Pokemon. And this just hit all the spots for OTC traders, right? Now this is neither here nor there, but if you wonder why I try something so urgently, it's because this is the type of thing you could imagine baggies tweeting DD about, right? They love that. But in the face of all the fake news, why was this news not fake? Well, I looked at it and I saw, it's like signing up for a stock mentorship program and then getting Kicko man, right? There's real shit and there's not. And this one here came out on PR Newswire. Now, PR Newswire has fake news as well, by the way, Arby, that's had it in the past. But they did this news on April 4th. And it was not retracted. There was no notice to disregard from Darkstar Ventures, who is a current reporting ticker. Nobody heard about this. Why didn't they hear about it? Why didn't they hear about this news? Because they were right up in your grill. Control it. You see anything about a merger, you better control F the word split. Darkstar Ventures also intends to promote a process of reverse stock split and continues in parallel to its regular business activities, which is the kiss of death, as we know, to runners. They don't like reverse split. But that was on April 4th. It was never retracted, never proven to be fake. It became an instant bag because of the pending reverse split. And therefore, this second piece of news 1 month later, talking about the merger hitting all the hot spots for people to make a run, were there. Here's the question, though. Because you're saying, well, what about the reverse split? This news doesn't have reverse split in it. And I don't know if you know other traders, they are lazy as hell. They're as lazy as it gets. The worst. Do you think that they're going to see Amazon, Golden State Warriors, merger, everything like that with no mention of reverse split and not buy it? Especially in the face of it being proven that it's not fake? They're going to slap that. At the bare minimum, it's worth a shot. No retraction. They did it before, and believe me, you would have heard from up high, from Samsara, from Darkstar, from any number of people who get angry on Twitter and things like that. You would have heard if this was fake. It just wasn't. And then this news comes out today. So the question is, you're new to KSM, or you've even been in KSM for a bit. And the best practice, right, when you look at something with a merger filing, is to control F for the reverse split. That's the best practice. Did you know that best practice before joining KSM? No. Nope. Would you have thought to go through prior news releases and put that practice into place? No siree. That's even a bridge too far for people that think they're slick. So then what starts happening, because I averaged up, then what starts happening is people start slapping it, and guess what? It's too late. It's too late for the voice of reason to come in and be like, reverse split ammo, which is fair. Fair ball. It's too late for the voice of reason to come in and say reverse split IMO, because this thing is gone. And people are going, shit, Amazon, boom. Oh, Golden State Warriors, boom. Merger, boom. Like, it's too late. It's gone. They're now trading in a trade that's on fire. They're not, you know what I mean? Now, the question is, at the end of the day for this, knowing this, because you know things, and you would have found this over the course of the day, at the end of this day, is this something that you would hold? No. And and what was I? Fuck. Is this a hold? No. Absolutely not. So you can keep in mind that it's a reverse split, just like you should with anything. But the difference between why are some reverse splits okay and some aren't okay is because this was just too damn hot. It was too damn hot. But you now are smart enough to know the difference. So tomorrow people are going to be looking around like, hey, y'all heard of the Golden State Warrior? Hey, come here. You like luggage, right? You like luggage? Where are you going? What's the float? Because this was the other thing. Well, thank you for reminding me. And that's the other thing I wanted to mention is a lot of things have continued to run before, even with a reverse split on the books. You look at VYST, you look at, the PNAT, the list is endless. They do. For me, on principle, I sure as shit don't hold things with a pending reverse split. That's just not what I do where I'm from. And, when I've been, like I said, this neighborhood, I got a couple friends that grew up here and they're not from here anymore, but, I'm still from here. We keep in touch though. And where I'm from, I don't hold reverse splits overnight because if you were in LTSN, which hopefully nobody here was, that thing just popped up and bit you right in the ass. Boom. That reverse split. Any day it could hit. It's very risky being in something with a pending reverse split. The other point was, well, why is this reverse split acceptable versus others? Because the catalysts were there, right? This wasn't hearing, this wasn't anything. It was right in your face. Let's talk about entering it. Gross. Well, that's called a half and half. That's called a half and half. So I have, let's say, $1,000 I want to spend today. I am a person with $1,000. And I see this news and I go, you know what? I can't miss this. Y'all got Steph Curry. And I say, okay, it's still early. It's only been a few minutes since the news come out. Here's the bid. Here's the ask. Here's a reasonable price based on where it's trading at. I'm going to take some off the ask. Boom. And I'm going to take that off the ask with $500 of my money. Hit it. Now, if you're ever a person that says everything I buy immediately goes down, here's the solution. You hit it with half with the 500. Let's say that the popular opinion or whatever about Dark Star Ventures, hearing reverse split, whatever, was, one of those things where people started dumping it out. There's no way to permanently protect yourself against something actually shitting the bed, right? Like if it starts shitting the bed, and people start going, whoa, reverse split, or this news is fake or whatever. You got to dump it. I'm sorry, you do. But in that case, you're taking a loss on this, not this. So from there, I'm staring at it this whole time, and I saw that it had consolidated a little bit, but it's still red hot, huge bids popping up, and finally it kind of broke out of this candle, and this is where I took the rest on the 50s, like I just right here. And I just unloaded on 50s because this thing, if you look, because I was looking at the daily. And so if you wanted to actually know my plan on it, I was looking at, let me put it like this in a different chart. I wonder if this will load up. I doubt it. Oh, it did. I was looking at the daily and then I scrolled it way out on the 5 and I saw that in the first 10 minutes of this, it took more volume than this took the entire day when they put out that merger PR. It blew it away. And I just thought, you know what? In this moment, they don't care about that reverse split because they don't know about it. So I took it up more. And then I hit it with my other half at Dub 5. I averaged up. But let's say for a moment that because you get into this scanner chase scenario where people are just chasing after it on the scanner. So they're not looking, they don't have time to do DD. They're seriously panicked, right? It's a real bull rush. And when you know it's hot, you know it's hot. And then I took that other 500 at dub 5, which gave me about 300,000, an average of about dub 43. Why'd you sell so early? That's the question I asked myself. Why'd you sell so early? Well, to me, resistances are all about where the baggies live. And I pretty much pegged it. If you look at the candle body on the daily, dub 8. And yes, it went over and above that dub 8. But I just felt like this is the last time that baggies existed in this modern era of Dark Star Ventures. I would be really, really surprised if it blows away this dub 8. And it did. But you know what? I felt that was a safe, aspirational trade, dub 8. I mean, the real resistance may be a bit higher in the high 8s. But I felt that 8 zone was a place that I wanted to be in. I got taken at it for, almost 100% gain on a large amount of shares. And you can see when you talk about wicks, here's dub 8. Right, so all the action was here in dub 8, and then everything afterwards was just chasers and true maniacs. I mean, there's dub 8, 0.008. So that was the correct trade. It just went over and above it. So I don't really mind it, and the it is what it is. So that's the half and half strategy. Is it, because a lot of times I'll say, well, here's a strategy, here's a thought, here's this, here's that. And then people say, well, how do I know if it perfectly works? What perfectly works ever in life? All right. When does anything ever go exactly according to plan in life? But at least you had a plan. And the half and half allows you to cut a loss for a much smaller loss if you made a poor decision in your buying. Half and half. Any other questions on this? Will it continue tomorrow? I doubt it very highly. Because I don't have to. I felt it was red hot and I wanted my whole thing gone at dub 8 and I did it. I felt like with this amount of momentum, it could at least tap this resistance one time. It blew it away, but my goodness. Why not sell in tears? I mean, listen, this trade, this is perfection, this dub 8. Anything over and above that is some gravy. Maybe I could have held freebies. Maybe I could have done this, done that. But you know what? With that pending reverse split, I got to be on defense. I really do. And that's the thing about a pending reverse split. Like when does the music stop? It was a hot trade. It was red hot. But when does the music stop? And if I can get out with that 100% gainer on some D size, you know what? I'm cool. And whatever happens, happens. And I tried to double dip. And of course, double dipping never works. But I still gave it a shot and then lost 100. So that's that. I'm going to talk about what I feel is an advanced play. And if this bores you, my apology. But we're going to look at what I feel to be a uniquely advanced play, a bit of a lotto, something that's of interest to me. And, because a lot of what I'm doing now in KSM is my main focus is your success. And whether I like it or not, people will, they've got lives, they've got things, and they will rely on the chat for trade ideas. So generally, my focus is DRNG is a bag, I cut it. Generally, my focus is on high liquidity opportunities because I want, first of all, it's higher probability for me, but I want everyone in here to succeed, you know. But I enjoy the odd advanced play, and I got way too excited for something today, and I remain excited. And so I thought I'd walk you through the thought process, and maybe we could do a Q&A on it after. Certainly not in the video because this is minimally interactive. So if you remember, at some point, I want to say it's the week before last, mid-April, I saw something moving called DCLT. And if you recall my my analysis of the setup, I said DCLT only moves when they put out quarterly reports because there's no debt there. They never have news, and it never breaks dub 4. That's what I said. And then suddenly, here, on the 22nd, 17th, yes, this is where I took it. I took high of day, of course, because I'm that type of trader. It broke that 40. Like that 40 zone is tough for DCLT. It never does it. And then all of a sudden under heavy volume, it did. So I thought, okay, well, maybe there's something up here. It's worth a hold. And it was painful, until finally on low volume, I snuck out with some dub 6, and it was small size too. It was just the worst. I hated it. But I realized that literally the next day that something's going on here. Jen received an email, and it was an email promotion, a pump and dump sent through email. So you know it's to target old people, bored people, people that check email. I check my email all the time. It's to target a type of trader that is not aware of social media, doesn't spend time on OTCRE or look at OTC markets. They just get a ticker and they put in a lotto ticket, right? And then the email promo came out, and like it had to be the next day. Same day, after hours, the company came out with a pre-14C. Same day, after hours, pre-14C, AS raised to 400 million, which is still nothing on this setup, and a reverse split, 1-5. Reverse split 1-5. The following day, the entire email promo and people that were long on it from before dumped out. Big. And then again, the next day. Well, this was interesting. So then this pre-14C comes out. It's a pre-R14C, which is an amended pre-14C. Which says, whoopsie daisy, we didn't mean to write reverse split. So in other words, we saw your email promo, get that shit out of our ticker. Everyone who's in it on your email promo is dumped out. Everyone that front-loaded the email promo, you dumped out. Get out of my ticker right now. And then when they were satisfied that everyone dumped out and quit trying to manipulate their ticker, they went, oh, a little slip of the pen there. They cleared it out. Okay? That's what they did. And if I had a ticker and someone wanted to email and promo my shit, I would do the exact same thing. Get out of my ticker right now. You're done. Don't ever mess with my ticker again. But here's the best part. In the process of filing this, thing telling you to get out of the ticker, they pretty much said, we're out of shares. 200 million, we are maxed out. There's nothing left to dump. All we got is 200 million, and we're going to do an AS raise. But here's the even better part, and this is where a deep cut. The authorized share increase will become effective on the date that we file the amended Articles of Incorporation with the Secretary of State of Nevada. Such filing can occur no earlier than 20 calendar days after the mailing of the definitive information statement. So the definitive information statement is when they voted to ratify the AS raise. And that's when it's confirmed. And that AS raise will not go into effect with Nevada until 20 days after it's mailed. And they expect to file the amendment? One of these days. They might as well have stamped, we're out of shares on their forehead and stared you in the face. So if you wonder, we're out of shares and we might deal with it, but hey, y'all, we're out of shares. So if you wondered why on earth this would continue, because a lot of people are like, well, that's some bullshit from the company. No, it's pretty good shit from the company. They got scumbag email promo person out, waited until it was totally dumped out, and then came back like, hey, maybe we'll do an AS raise, but we'll be in control. And by the way, there's no shares left. Brilliant. Does this mean this is a runner? No. But this thing, like everyone in this, that was in this, got locked up down here. Like all the shares that were in people's hands at different resistances and where they're baggy from before, wherever, they're all out. And so I took this area, this 42, I bought 40 to 44 because I'm interested to see if other people will catch on. Well, it would, Alan, but we don't know where all this floats at. Like, because the volume that was actually done over these last few days, it's only like 40 million. So we don't know where the rest of those shares are at. But what we do know is that they need an AS raise because they're out of shares and they're not doing a reverse split, and it's of interest. So, you think about these plays that get run up before the AS raise, PPCB, ATVK, all those different things, where traders lock onto something and then realize that they can run it up endlessly. This could be that type of situation. Will it be fun? No. Will it run? No. Maybe. Is it of interest to me? Yes. I thought this was pretty cool from the company. It really charged me up. I'm too charged up. Does all this make sense? Like, I know it's kind of a deep cut and I don't know how of interest it is, but it's of interest to me. So we're doing it. Because if you wondered why I was a maniac about DCLT this morning, you weren't the only one. I got messages. Dude, are you okay? People could really sink their teeth into this. It is interesting, but let me tell you this. Plays like this, my advice is to always stay liquid, have liquidity, be ready for things like Dark Star Ventures. Y'all got Steph Curry? Yes, indeedy, and you can be ready for it. If you had some side powder, not much, but if you had some side powder and you wanted to try something that could realistically get locked up and sent through the roof while they go through the motions of their tiny little AS rays, it could be of interest. Okay? Shit. Time flies. My God, I'm too charged up. DRNG, I cut it. I don't have, I can't with this. It's not necessarily down or up. It's a couple ticks here and there. Let's see if, was the dilution any better today? Maybe a bit. But also people are just sick and tired of this. And it's breaking down further, so that reversal's off the table. I mean, nothing about this looks good, and it just, to me, it just wasn't gaining any strength. Like it was just dead ass money, and I unloaded on it and threw it at Dark Star Ventures. So it goes to show about bagging, right? Goes to show about bagging. I think we know where a lot of the dollar volume went today. I don't blame you. I mean, I thought it was of interest and I thought it was worth a shot, and there was a bit of shot of volume and we thought it was at a low, but trust me when I say for every VYST, there's 10 spindles, 10 blue spheres, 10 whatever that other turd was. Let's look at some filings and just see if there's anything new that came out. There's a merger that came out that's of interest to me. And then we'll do the deep cut with regard to stevia natural nutrition. STNT had a lot of volume. No, don't show me something other than what I want. Click, yeah, I sold that ages ago. I mean, you were lucky to get away with it. We were lucky on Clickia, by the way. That's it. And if you're still holding it after a trip 2 entry, I don't know. I don't know why. STNT been rocking since April 12th. Is this the one? Stevia Nutri. Yes, it is. This Stevia Nutra is shrimp stevia merger play, if you recall. Shrimp stevia merger play. Is it not? No, it isn't. That's Stev. Yeah, with Falcon Shrimp Stev. STNT has been rocking since April what? 11th. Was anyone on? What's going on here? Stevia Nutra, reinstatement in March of 2018. Active, Tiger Woods, and then Richard Kugelman. Well, I want to know why. And then a disclosure here for 1512G in January, which is to get them off of SEC reporting. We got George Blankenbaker as the president, who's not the person here. Excuse me. So STNT, Stevia Nutra, has George Blankenberger filing. No, that's Stevia Corp. My fucking goodness. God bless. Then a 1515T in September. I'm trying to justify what the early volume was for, and then I have something to do. December, STNT. I'm getting confused now, Alan. STNT. Why? Here's what I want to know. Why was it getting loaded since April 11th? That's what I want to know. So STNT, I see there is no new information here, 1515D. STNT, I see on the SOS site they have an amendment that we don't know about. We have an annual list and a reinstatement in March of 2018. Where we have Richard F. Kugelman. Richard F. Kugelman. There he is on the SOS site. He's the owner of the treasure chest. He's been part of Texas, Wyoming drilling. That's too deep for me. So what I want to do is get into their last quarter. Their last quarterly report came in 2013. And they were still called Stevia Nutra Corp in 2013. Well, let's try and break it down, Andy, because, you know, a lot of people think that they're good at DD or better, and I don't like that. I don't like declarations of that sort. So even in 2013, they were Stevia Nutra. And we had Hillary Rodriguez, but we know it was Stevia Nutra. So all I have on STNT is boom. I've got boom. That's a great start. This is well worth my time already. New website showing FDA approved. Can't figure out what is approved exactly. Very nice merger website updated today on otcmarkets.com. Expect filings to follow and update shareholders. I don't expect anything. All I know from the SOS website is Richard F. Kugelman, who's been part of other stinky pink tickers. 13G ownership filing from Virtue Americas, which has a ton of shares everywhere. And then a website for Stevia Nutra Corp.com. And I see the words FDA approved. Wowee. FDA approved, baby. They just found it. They must have. How can I know? Well, the proper practice is to use the Wayback Machine, the Internet Archive. And we haven't done this for a little while. When you get shown things on website, no DDIMO. When you get shown things on websites, you put it in the Wayback Machine and it provides you historical snapshots of the page and when the snapshots are, and they're shown in a black bar here. And then you can go to where the snapshot is. Problem is, this snapshot's from 2013. So this is just a snapshot of the web page from 2013. So what do I do now? Well, you do have another option, and that's to use Google Cache. Cache, I never know what it is, and I don't know if I want to find out. So you can use the cache for Google here to find the old relic of the website, to see if it's from an earlier date. And select the cache. And what you come up with is a notification that this is a snapshot of the page as it appeared on March 26, 2019. And I see that on March 26, 2019, Stevia Nutrition showed FDA approved. So for me to slap at Stevia Nutra today on Hearing FDA Approval website, show me the hemp link, Andy. I'm at a complete loss. Are you thinking about the other one? Are you thinking about the shrimp stevia one? So if you're hearing FDA approved, you might want to try the Wayback Machine. If the Wayback Machine doesn't work, you use the Google Cache. And if anyone ever tells you, new website IMO, oh, I see. Okay. My bad, Andy. I see what you're saying. So they have a hemp farm. And they're saying this is new as well. FDA approved in hemp farm. I see what's going on. Shit on me. Y'all got Steph Curry? Fuck. Ah, well, there it is on March 26th as well. Is this the March 26th? Yes. Right here. March 26th. Yeah. Thank you for clarifying, because I mean there's so many stevia companies going into hemp at the moment. Can you imagine? Holy lordy mercy. So you never have to be fooled. But new website ammo. Most websites are cached here in the Wayback Machine. You can find all sorts of things. Like here. Here's WeTradeHQ.com. Here it is in August 23rd of 2018. And you can see if the changes they're actually excited about are exciting. But here's what pisses me off about this stevia nutrition. There it is. Hey, there I am. The old picture. My issue with stevia nutrition is they reinstated in March of 2018. They don't have any information about this website prior to March 23rd, 2018 on any historical data. But what they do have is a website that says FDA approval and hemp farm that is getting pushed. Does that... And you know what, Andy? The good news is that they are noting their ticker here. The bad news is you don't get to know how old this could have been made in 2016. You don't get to know their actual commitment to this ticker. And a 1515D it's almost next September. So I'm struggling to make the leap to saying filings are coming soon, news is coming soon, and I'm sure as shit struggling to make the leap to slapping the ass after people have bought Dub 2 for no reason starting April 11th. I don't have to. See, my ears are broken. So I have to do this. I have to do this. Much more time consuming. Let's look at some filings quickly. Averaging down on bangs. Staring at level 2. Tweeting some DD. Chatting on iHum. You are Becky. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. Four minutes, let's go. TMMI, do I know this? I don't know. Haven't seen that one for a while. I'll look at it. Haven't seen that for a bit. Bag. That's correct, Anu. Yeah, I'm in a great mood. You know what? We turned it around, and you just got to keep putting in the work. It's sure a bag to me, Anu. I mean, like, how can I count on anything? I need I'm a real trader. I need disclosure. Bag. Super duper bag. This looks like it's going to be good. You're saying to yourself, kink, not a bad setup. Bag. There may be flips in it, but the market is sour on kink. Lampert less lethal, a nice setup, never moves. Moving on. Flux power, 8K. Ondas, 8. No, I don't like to open things like that. 8K. Haven't seen that for a bit. I haven't seen this for a bit. I don't have to. The bag. This is a offering, so I already don't have to. Oh! This one. This came out during hours, and then ITRO. TMMI. Excuse me. They were filing in November. They've been putting out news. Their share structure. You know, I've got a life to live. And who knows how long it will last. This could be my last day on Earth. And I don't want to spend it staring at this. I don't have to. Hydrogen Engine Center. Well, we'll talk about it. They were filing in April and in November. They had an OGSB distribution. Hey, diaper baby, OGSB distribution agreement? Tata? Share structure's fine, I guess. It's kind of moving, but I mean, again, what is your life and what is your time worth? If December to today is worth 4 to 8, then that's what your life's worth. But I don't have to. You could do some DD on it if you like. Oh, jeez, this thing. Once upon a time, every Arcaro merger. Arcaro dead shells, Arcaro nothing shells, Arcaro farted next to a ticker and it ran. But he completed a merger in all that insanity, and that was QYBX, and nobody bought it. Nobody. Here it is down 22%, and we've got supplemental information. We got an attorney letter, lawyer letter. Number of shares outstanding, 89 million. They only want 100 million AS. QYBX is the perfect ticker. And if it ran in July, they got material contract. They got it all. Razor thin, small in the share structure, low price. And of all the Arcaro garbage they would buy, the one that completed the merger, they wouldn't buy it. Why? QYBX is one of the best setups. But they sure as shit don't have Steph Curry. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? They don't like Chinese things, unfortunately. I like China fine. It's too Chinese. Why are they mad at China? Well, there's two schools of thought. I'm on both camps. First camp. Chinese companies buy OTC tickers to launder money through. Organized crime organizations, rich families. This is a nice shell to have to run some revenues through and launder the money. Second school of thought, I'm a red-blooded American. What the hell is that? Both put together, hard work to get these to run. And if you think you see one hitting a scanner and you think, well, maybe I should chase it, wait a half hour. I'm a warm-blooded Canadian, eh? My name's Mike, and I don't know what that is, eh? Where are they from? Same guy. You know, I just got a new F-250, and you know it's pretty good in the snow. Quan Bai Xing. No. Material definitive agreement, a lease agreement with Accutech to rent 45,000 rentable square feet in Melrose Drive, California. They lease some property. Is that going to run it? Doubt it. Ondas. Material definitive agreement, advance of a $900,000 loan with Energy Capital. It bears an interest at per annum. Notes, loan bag. Resolute. Material definitive agreement. They executed an amendment plan. It's an AS increase from 13 million to 28 million. But not only is it an AS increase, they've handed cheapies. To a couple of investors, and it's loans and discounts and bullshit. Better Choice entered into subscription agreements with accredited investors. I don't like it already because I got to grind my ass off to get shares while a accredited investor just shows up. Y'all got shares? Here's a check for you. I don't want to be dumped on. Subscriptions, warrants, shares, transactions, bag. Securities purchase agreement. Offering. Purchase price of 0.183. Is this a good purchase price? How do I know? I just go like this. No. They're getting it below market value, but they're getting it at about market value. So you know what? With all these accredited investors, and depending on when the date the transaction was done, there's nothing necessary. Like if you did DD on this, April 29, 28. They offered 1.2 million shares of the company stock at 0.183 per share. And then warrants to purchase at 0.6. So these accredited investors are betting on the company. If I can get it around where accredited investors are, the thing about investors, we're all investors. And I make some shitty investments sometimes. I'm going to be honest with you. So the question is, big bidder, big buyer, all these things. Just because someone has a lot of money, does it mean they're smart? Someone bought $10,000 of that. Does that mean they're smarter than you? So if you want to give, if you're compelled by the DD here, by all means, give her a rep. And I don't know what the DD is. But always remember, Form 4s and accredited investors, just because they're accredited doesn't mean they're smarter than you. Just because they spent a lot of money doesn't mean they're smarter than you. And that's the grain of salt you have to take filings like this with. I don't like. Let me see. Excuse me. They're filing here. Does anyone care about ATRM? I need to save time because in the heat of the moment over the course of the day, right? Like an 8K comes out and you got to be able to go bing, 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 bing. Or a filing comes out and it's on a stop sign. You go, oh my God. Am I late? Well, they've been filing all through April. Did anyone care then? Nope. So I can do that DD after hours because this is not getting people charged up. All right. Okay. GCEH, the ultimate front load, so damn loaded that it couldn't possibly be anything but the big money Mike alert. There's no way. Why is GCEH taking so much volume? Well, here it is. GCEH entered into a product offtake agreement with a major multinational oil and gas company. And they've committed to purchase 85 million gallons of renewable diesel fuel each year with an option exercisable to increase the commitment by 20 million gallons. And they purchased a refinery. So someone at the oil company heard about this and understood that them to have a ticker. Shit on me. Okay, here's the question. Is it a runnery? Here's the question. Remember HDVY put out an 8K about beating Intel? Remember TMSH put out an 8K about getting a giant government contract? And people looked at it and went, cool. Why don't you file quarterly reports? Why don't you file yearly reports? Why don't you engage with investors? Why don't you put out news? Why do you keep putting yourself at risk for getting halted? Why can't I be long? Ugh, that is sick. Why can't I be long in your ticker? Ugh. They did it. They got the agreement, and there very well could be people calculating book value on how much diesel fuel they're going to sell. But at the end of the day, GCEH is on a stop sign. They have not filed a quarterly report for 3 years. They're talking about future things, but just like SKPI, I was just about to say it, Dean. SKPI. They did it. They got the big contract with the multinational oil company. We got it at 0.017 and it's chilling at 0.1. Nice. But it is a past tense catalyst. 900% or something. But, you know, I hear that people alert trips and other, give that a shot. 900% in a month, 2 months. No liquidity, but they're past tense catalysts. So do I want to slap GCEH at open tomorrow, knowing this many people have been loading up a ticker from 0.02 on a stop sign that does not keep up with quarterly reports? No. I don't have to. Unfortunately, I don't have to. Even if it runs, I need to protect myself. I do. I have to. How greedy are these people? We don't know. But they will not. I won't be at their mercy. I guarantee you that. Oh my Lord. Let's head out. Jump in the Discord now. Have a conversation. Remember, tonight, I'm cleaning the house. So if you have a subscription, come on back. You're not banned. We're just going to unload everyone and start over. Fresh flavor. See you in the Discord. Bye.